Hi there, boys and girls. Today for story time, I'm filling in for Mr. Riddle, and we're going to read Star Wars Death Star Battles. That's no moon. You're flying through deep space, and suddenly a small enemy fighter ship shoots past. Where did it come from? All you can see is a small moon up ahead. Wait, that's no moon. It's too big. Quick, turn back. Something is wrong with your ship. It will not turn around. You are being pulled toward the most deadly battle station in the galaxy, the Death Star. The Death Star is the evil Empire's ultimate weapon. It has a super laser that is powerful enough to destroy an entire planet with one gigantic blast. It says here the Death Star has a population of about 1.7 million people and over 400,000 droids. How to build a Death Star. Only one man in the galaxy is evil enough to need a planet-destroying superweapon: Emperor Palpatine. The Emperor is a vile Sith Lord. I hope the Emperor doesn't hear that, Mr. Simon B. Croft. A vile Sith Lord. He rules the galaxy alongside Darth Vader and a huge army of deadly stormtroopers. The Emperor will do anything he can to increase his power. He plans to use the Death Star to destroy his enemies and the Rebel Alliance. Grand Moff Tarkin is one of the Emperor's top commanders. He masterminded the construction of the Death Star for Emperor Palpatine. He used a clever species of engineers, the Geonosians, and he forced many Wookiee slaves and other prisoners to build the fearsome weapon. Here in this picture we can see Tarkin overseeing construction of the Death Star with the Emperor and Darth Vader. The conference room. Grand Moff Tarkin and Darth Vader command the Death Star from the Overbridge, where they make their sinister plans in a dark room in the Overbridge. The Death Star has a special trained fighting force, Death Star Troopers. 2 Death Star Troopers stand guard during the top-level meetings. The Imperial leaders sit around a black table with a holoprojector in the middle for displaying tactical holograms or maps. During the meetings, Darth Vader sometimes intimidates his officers by using the dark side of the Force. Fire when ready. Grand Moff Tarkin and Darth Vader have captured Princess Leia, an important rebel leader. They want her to tell them the location of the rebels' hidden base. They threaten to destroy her home planet of Alderaan if she refuses. Leia says the base is on a planet called Dantooine. But then, Tarkin decides to destroy Alderaan to show the rebels what a powerful weapon the Empire has. The disc-shaped super laser blasts out 8 beams of light that join together into one powerful laser beam. The small green planet is blown into space dust. Here it says the super laser of the Death Star uses so much energy to fire that it takes 24 hours to recharge before it can be fired again. Trapped. While Leia is being held prisoner on the Death Star, Luke Skywalker is on his way to Alderaan. He is traveling in a starship called the Millennium Falcon. With him are Jedi Knight Obi-Wan Kenobi, Captain Han Solo, a Wookiee named Chewbacca, and 2 droids, C-3PO and R2-D2. When they arrive where Alderaan used to be, they see a TIE fighter. It heads straight towards a small moon. which turns out to be the Death Star. The Death Star uses an invisible tractor beam to grab hold of Luke's ship so it cannot escape. They are pulled into a docking bay within a mile-high trench that runs around the middle of the Death Star. Here it says, the surface of the Death Star is covered with weapons, including 10,000 turbo laser guns and 2,500 laser cannons. 8,000 tractor beam projectors can trap an enemy ship that comes too close. Enter the Death Star. The Falcon is forced to land in a giant hangar. An invisible shield across the entrance maintains the artificial atmosphere. Beside the ship is a large hole in the floor, which has an elevator to raise and lower ships for repairs. The control room windows overlook the hangar. The ship is surrounded by stormtroopers. Here says the docking bay. The Death Star has many docking bays for spaceships. Some are designed for visiting ships, other hangars for Imperial fighters such as TIE fighters. The Stormtroopers. Stormtroopers are the Empire's elite soldiers. Well, not as good as me, but, they're good. They wear white helmets that cover their faces and suits of armor made up of 18 pieces. Stormtroopers are armed with blaster pistols or blaster rifles. A squad of stormtroopers boards the Falcon. They are looking for the crew. Luke and the others are hiding in a secret compartment beneath the floor. Here it says a tour of duty. At least 25,000 stormtroopers serve on the Death Star at any one time. They patrol every part of the enormous battle station. I can't see in this helmet. Han and Luke ambush two stormtroopers and steal their armor. Disguised as stormtroopers, they discover that Princess Leia is a prisoner. Luke has a plan to rescue her. They handcuff Chewbacca so they can pretend that he is their prisoner. Han and Luke try to look relaxed in their stormtrooper disguises as they wait for a turbolift to arrive. Troops, bureaucrats, and robots move about, but most of them ignore the trio. Only a few glance at the giant Wookiee. Here it says turbolifts. Turbolifts are elevators, called turbolifts. They connect all the sectors of the Death Star. Turbolifts move up and down as well as side to side. Some turbolifts are reserved for officers. Prison break. Finally, Luke and Han find the prison block in which Leia is being held. But an Imperial officer becomes suspicious, and they have a blaster battle. After Luke finds Leia, more stormtroopers arrive, cutting off their only exit. Han and Luke exchange fire with the stormtroopers. Leia has to think very fast now. The only way out is a garbage chute. Up above, it says interrogator droid. Imperial cell blocks are horrible places. Security cameras spy on prisoners, while interrogator droids electroshock them to force them to answer questions. Something is alive down here. Luke, Leia, Han, and Chewbacca whiz down the garbage chute and land in a smelly, dirty trash compactor. This is where garbage of every kind is collected before being crushed and dumped into space. It's totally sealed. When Han tries to blast his way out, the laser bolt bounces around the small metal room and nearly hits one of them. Then they hear a frightening growl and realize something is living in there. Suddenly, a long tentacle grabs hold of Luke and pulls him underwater. The others think Luke is gone forever. But then the walls start closing in and the creature spits him out. They're going to be crushed. That creature is a Dianoga serpent. Dianogas, or garbage squids, live in trash compactors, refuse pits, and sewers across the galaxy, feeding on scraps and rubbish. Droids to the rescue. Luke shouts out into his comlink to get help from C-3PO and R2-D2, but C-3PO cannot answer because stormtroopers are searching the control room. The droids tell them that Luke and the others are heading for the prison block. The stormtroopers go after Luke, Han, and Chewbacca. C-3PO finally hears Luke begging the droids to turn off the garbage masher. The droids can hear them screaming. They think that their friends are being crushed to death. Actually, they are whooping for joy because the walls have stopped closing in. Well done, R2-D2. Desperate leap. As Luke and Leia are trying to escape the deadly stormtroopers, they run through a doorway and nearly fall from a ledge to their death. Below them is a deep shaft that appears to go on forever. Luke fires at the stormtroopers, and Leia hits a switch that shuts the door, leaving them perched on the short ledge. But the stormtroopers are opening the door. On the other side of the chasm, more stormtroopers begin to blast at them. Luke fires at the new enemies, but then he has an idea. He grabs a cable attached to his utility belt and throws it upward, so it catches onto an overhanging pipe. He scoops up Leia, and they swing across to safety. Here it says air shafts. There are many air shafts throughout the Death Star. They are all part of a system that allows fresh air to circulate through the interior. Solo mission. Machines called tractor couplings power the huge tractor beam. This is the beam that prevented Han's ship from leaving the Death Star. Obi-Wan knows that if he switches off one of these machines, he will free the Falcon. He slips past stormtroopers using the Force to stay hidden. Obi-Wan finally reaches the reactor coupling. It stands on a shaft inside a trench that seems to be 100 miles deep. The Jedi edges his way along a narrow ledge that leads to a control panel, and he quickly turns off the machine. Final duel. The most fearsome presence on the Death Star is Darth Vader. His black-caped figure walking down the corridor is a terrifying sight. Vader can sense that Obi-Wan Kenobi is on the Death Star and tracks him down. They confront each other. Swoosh! Their lightsabers clash and spark. Luke watches Obi-Wan block Vader's every move until the old Jedi Master stands still with a calm look on his face. Vader strikes down Kenobi with a single slash of his blade, and Obi-Wan's cloak falls to the floor, but he is not in it. Luke cries out, "No!" as Vader prods the empty robe with his foot. Here it says lost friendship. Darth Vader is a Sith Lord who was once Jedi Knight Anakin. Anakin is Luke's father, and Obi-Wan was Anakin's master until Anakin became a Sith. Anakin fought Obi-Wan, but lost. He has wanted revenge since then. We are not safe yet. Thanks to Obi-Wan, the Falcon blasts off from the deadly Death Star, but TIE fighters give chase. Luke and Han work together, manning their turbo lasers and blowing up all the enemy ships. Han and Luke are relieved, but Leia thinks Tarkin has let them escape. Leia is right. Tarkin is tracking their ship. He still wants to find out the location of the rebels' hidden base. Here it talks about X-Wings. X-Wings are starfighters. They have 4 wings called S-foils, which form the shape of an X. They are made by a company called Incom. Rebel attack. The Death Star is more powerful than half the entire firepower of the Imperial Starfleet, but the Rebels think they have found a way to destroy it. Rebel pilots must use all their skill to fly along the narrow tunnel on the surface of the Death Star. At the end of the tunnel is an exhaust port. If they can fire a laser bolt right into this tiny hole, the bolt will penetrate the main reactor. This will start a chain reaction that should destroy the station. The Rebels hope that their ships are small enough to avoid the Death Star's outer defenses, which are designed to stop large-scale assaults. Here it says Rebel Briefing. At the Rebel base on Yavin 4, the Rebels study the Death Star plans that R2-D2 has been carrying. Leia knows that the Rebels must act fast if they want to outsmart Vader. Turbo Laser Defense. The Death Star has powerful turbo lasers, but the starfighters are nimble, and the Death Star's defenses are also not strong enough against the Force. When Obi-Wan tells Luke to use the Force, instead of his targeting computer, Luke fires 2 proton torpedoes into the reactor core. The battle station is destroyed before it can attack the Rebel base. But the sinister Emperor will not let this stop him. He has a plan. The second Death Star. After the destruction of the Death Star at the Battle of Yavin, Emperor Palpatine orders the construction of a second Death Star. This battle station is even larger than the first, with thousands more turbo lasers. The second Death Star also has a planet-destroying super laser, but it can be recharged in only 3 minutes. This super laser can also fire at small targets, such as enemy ships, and it is more powerful and accurate. The Emperor is sure that this time he will crush forever the Rebel Alliance. Emperor Palpatine arrives. The Emperor's personal shuttle lands on the Death Star. He has arrived to inspect the new battle station. Hey, look. There I am. Right there. Second row. 8th from the end. Sure enough, right before Endor. Emperor Palpatine is greeted by Darth Vader. Hundreds of stormtroopers line up, and the Imperial Red Guards bow to him. The Emperor wants this Death Star to look unfinished in order to trick the rebels into attacking. In fact, its super laser is already a dangerous weapon. When the rebels attack, the Emperor intends to destroy all their fleet once and for all. The Throne Room. Emperor Palpatine has a private command center on the second Death Star. It is located on top of a 100-story tower on the north pole of the superweapon. Security is very high around the throne room to stop any intruders. Each entrance has a trap and is guarded by the Emperor's Imperial Guards. There's a docking rig for the Emperor's personal shuttle and a sleep chamber that monitors his health. Emperor Palpatine sits on a large throne. From there he contemplates his most horrible plan, to turn Luke to the dark side. He is sure that Luke will kill Vader, Luke's father, and therefore become a Sith Lord and the Emperor's new apprentice. The final battle. The rebels decide to attack the second Death Star because it seems weak and unprotected, just as the Emperor planned. The rebel fleet is led by Han's friend Lando Calrissian, who is flying the Falcon. They don't know it is a trap. Meanwhile, Palpatine tricks Luke into battle with Darth Vader. Luke defeats his father. but he refuses to kill him. So the Emperor unleashes unstoppable Sith lightning at Luke. At the last moment, Darth hurls the Emperor into an abyss, saving Luke's life. Down the air shaft. The most powerful Jedi. Because Luke feels compassion for his father, Darth Vader, he reveals himself to be the most powerful Jedi of them all. The Battle of Endor. A rebel team led by Han Solo and Princess Leia destroys the shield generator protecting the Death Star. This allows the Falcon to fly into the interior, chased by TIE fighters. Lando and his friends blast away at the main reactor. The Death Star explodes. Emperor Palpatine is dead. All over the galaxy, people celebrate their new freedom. Here shows the big explosion. The second Death Star becomes a ball of flames, and the Falcon flies away. The rebels have won. The end. Star Wars Death Star battles. I hope you enjoyed the story. We'll see you next time. Take care.